We'll get started shortly here. Everyone, get started. We'll get started shortly. Welcome to get started. All right, guys, let's go and get started. All right. As you guys know, this is our beginners class. All right. We had some audio issues last night, so I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
You guys can hear me? Okay. My mic is down, so if I go in and out, just let me know. All right. Hey, Mary, welcome. Hey, Vivian, welcome. All right, guys, this is our beginners class. All right, this is our beginners class. And I wanted to do something and welcome the new traders that are here. Welcome. All right. I wanted to do something a little different this evening. All right. I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see here. Okay. All right. I'm going to share my screen. You guys should see my trading screen here. All right. You should see a chart. And then to the left, you should see symbols here. All right. Most new traders, when new traders enter the market, right, get into trading, usually the first market traders get into is the stock market, so the equity markets, all right? The equity markets. And then usually branch out to the different markets, all right? You know, forex, cryptos, but you know, we're finding that a lot of traders now are coming into trading by way of cryptos, okay? But I want to focus on equities this evening, all right? As new traders, and this is our beginners class, okay? So as new traders, are there any concerns that you guys have before I get started? Any concerns? Anything you want to learn about as I get started here? Anything in particular you guys want me to address? Anything in particular? Anyone?
Maybe you could walk us through how you set up an account, how we use the different platforms that you have to offer. So just show us how the system gets put together.
Okay. So the different platforms. Okay, platforms. And then how the system gets put together. Okay. Okay, we can do that. If you guys see here, all right, can you guys see right here at the top here? Hold on. Hey, Kawisi, welcome. Okay. All right, and Vivian also, what platform are we using? Okay, for charting. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen here. Let me open it up. Okay, you guys see that? Says this book says Trend Following by Michael Coble. You guys see that?
Yes.
You guys see that? Okay. All right. So what we do, the way we trade, and the platform will tie in to the trading systems and why we use the particular platform that we use. Okay. We do trend following. All right. So we do trend following, and we follow. Mary, you got your system, so we've ordered this book for you. Right. You get this free book. You'll get it in the mail. Right. You should get it tomorrow. Hey, Peter, welcome. All right. And this book is everything we do is based on this book here, Trend Following. All right. And I'll tie it in to the platform. All right. Trend Following. All right. So Trend Following, How to Make a Fortune in Bull, Bear, and Black Swan Markets by Michael Coble. All right. This book was written some time back, and Michael Coble, this book right here literally changed my trading career years ago. All right. Peter has this book. Who else? Gerald should have this book. All right. So a few of our traders have this book. so trend following. So they're a group of traders, guys, that do things very, very different than how things are done on Wall Street. All right. So Michael Koval, years ago, wanted to figure out, hey, markets are crashing, right? People are losing money. There must be a group of traders, right, that are making money, right? So he went in a search and found out that that there were a group of traders that were usually on the other side of the trades, right? So when traders are losing money, right, individuals are losing money, these trend followers always seem to end up on the right side of the trade. All right. So in this book, right, we profile a lot of those legendary traders called trend following or trend followers. All right. The one thing that was unique with these trend followers, the main thing is that they use trading systems. Okay, so they use automated trading systems similar to what we use. All right. And they use TradeStation, right? The platform that they use that's very consistent across the board, all right, is TradeStation. All right, so the platform that we use is TradeStation. Okay, right, Mary? So the platform that we use is TradeStation.
Okay.
Okay. Vivian, the platform is TradeStation. All right. So if you guys look here, let's see. All right, if you look here, right up here, that's the platform right here, TradeStation. All right. If you guys go to the website, if you go to the website, all right, you guys should see the website here. If you go here to any of our trading systems, let's go to Stock Boss. You guys will notice here that we have to run the systems on TradeStation. Okay, so you have to open an account, all right, with TradeStation, open an account with TradeStation in order to run any of the systems. So we run the systems on the TradeStation platform, all right. 1 second here, which allows us to run algorithms on the systems, okay? And what's algorithms? Algorithms is what gives us the buy and sell signals, okay? So those trend followers, all right, those trend followers, the reason that they were able to capture a lot of those trends is because they use trading systems, right? Systematic, right? Trading systems so that they don't have to guess, all right? So they would have buy and sell signals similar to this, all right? So that they don't have to guess. TradeStation, that's perhaps the best platform, all right, across the board for what we do, all right? So that's a long way to answer your question, all right? But that's what we use TradeStation to just run the systems. We run all our systems of the TradeStation platform, all right? We also use forex.com. So to trade forex, we recommend forex.com. And for equities, you can use any system. Okay. We don't trade. We don't recommend traders manage capital through TradeStation, although you can, right? You can open an equities account with them, all right, or an options account, a futures account, okay, and even cryptos. But we recommend we use the system just to run, we use the platform just to run the systems, and you can use any other platform to execute the trades, all right? Does that help, guys? Does that help? Mary, Vivian, does that help?
What do you think about interactive brokers?
Interactive brokers, I've used interactive brokers years ago when I traded for a brokerage firm. They're good, right? They're good broker. They offer a wide variety of markets, so you can trade a lot of markets, and they're a very stable platform, right? They're very stable. So yeah, it's a good platform. We've had concerns with some of our traders with Robinhood, right? With Robinhood, where there might be some slippage. Okay, so but Robinhood is a good, easy platform to get started with. Okay, Fidelity. A lot of our traders will use Fidelity. All right, that's a good platform. All right, but just know that TradeStation, we just use TradeStation to run the system. Okay, for forex, Maria, forex, we like forex.com. Okay, it's regulated in the US. All right, which is good. It is regulated, so your capital is guaranteed. All right, the leverage is 50-to-1 leverage, right, with forex.com. So you don't get crazy leverage, but it's decent leverage, right? If you go offshore, right, there are two brokers that are offshore for forex. They give you more leverage. They give you 500-to-1, so 500-to-1, so 10 times the leverage. All right, so there is Hugo's Way. So Hugo's Way and Trader's Way. For new traders, I wouldn't recommend that. All right, for new traders, would recommend forex.com. All right, forex.com.
What do you think about the banks? Like, for example, TD, or are they too expensive with the commissions and all?
I haven't used the banks. Most of the firms, and they don't charge commission anymore. Yeah, most of them have gone away from commission based. Right, but you guys can shop around. You know, Fidelity is good. We want to keep it simple. Fidelity is good. Like I said, you know, Robinhood still works. You know, and definitely forex.com. Okay, forex.com.
So what was confusing for me was when I went to open the TradeStation account, the stock account, I saw all these options for futures and so on. So I didn't know that I'm opening it just to run the platform. So what's different between the one I opened and the one would I still need a different account with Fidelity or someone else?
Yeah, so when our traders open an account, TradeStation used to offer forex accounts. They don't do that anymore. We do still get the forex data, which is important. So we get the data from TradeStation, but the account that you need to open, Mary, is the equities account. Okay, but again, you're not going to fund that account and trade off that account. We just need access to the platform. Okay, in order for us to run the system. All right, that makes sense. I know it might seem complicated, but we need to have access to TradeStation account, okay, to the platform in order to run the system. confusing? Mary?
David, I don't know if it's your mic. I don't know if we can hear you.
You guys can't hear me? How about now?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, okay.
You sound very clear, David. Continue.
All right. Okay, Mary, that makes sense? All you have to do, all we want to do is just open an account. All right, so open an account with TradeStation and equities account, fund it with a minimum amount, $50, $100, and just keep that in there. All we want is access to the platform.
Then what is the next step after that so that I can start trading? I want to kind of get a picture of where I'm headed.
Yeah, do that first. I'll be in touch. So I'll get in touch and I'll walk you through the next step. Okay. But
Also, so David,
we can't do anything, Mary. 1 second, Arthur. We can't do anything, Mary, until your account is set up. Okay. And we need access to that platform.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And we'll get together offline. Okay. But do that. Yeah. Work on that. Getting that set up. Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
sorry, was that so we just have to have like a minimum in the account just so that we can use the system with the charts and everything?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. Now, okay. Now I want to get into this, but I'm glad you guys mentioned this, right? I'm glad you guys mentioned this. Okay. Any other questions before I get started? Any other questions?
David, you said that you did not use TradeStation as a broker, or how do you place the trade?
You can use Fidelity or forex.com. So you can use.
So they don't tie to TradeStation?
What's that?
You're just using TradeStation to do the charts, and then you place the trade on the actual broker?
No, you can use TradeStation, but you don't have to, right? You don't have to. All right.
But to place the trade, you can't do it through TradeStation. It's not connected to the broker?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now we can, right? So we can, TradeStation will provide us, we can do futures on TradeStation. We can do equities. We can do options. We can't do forex. Okay. But I like traders to have the option, okay, to use other brokers and not just tied to TradeStation. TradeStation, we use them for the platform. Can you run an equities account through them as a broker? Yeah. You can absolutely do that. But that's not the way we normally do it. Okay. You guys can use any broker you want. You're not tied to TradeStation. Okay. But the platform is what we use. Now, I want to go through this. This is why we use the system. All right. This is why we use the system. So I'm going to share my screen here. And this is why this is important. Okay. So normally when we get into trading, all right, when we get into trading, and whether we're brand new to trading, all right, whether we're brand new, all right, or been around for a while, right, we don't use, most traders, guys, most individuals out there don't use a trading system, right? And trading systems are they're really good systems that trend followers use, right? Where we're buying on a break of resistance, selling on a break of support. There are very few systems out there, right, that are really, really robust, right? Are really, really robust to do this, right? And to really do it at a really high level. Right? So what we do is really, you know, when traders, right, traders like yourselves have access to trading systems like this, you're really trading like a professional trader, All right, that's what professional traders use. Most of the trading that you guys see on CNBC and Wall Street, all the trading is done behind the scenes, right? They're not, they're not manually trading anymore, right? Right. Most of the trading is done through trading systems, right? Algorithms, right? A lot of the systems are very fast systems. Okay. So what we do with our trading is we'll take you as a trader, and I'll just do this here from a chart like this, and what's this CMC to
Okay, thank you.
CMC. All right. So you will go from literally a chart like this, all right, CMC, all right, I'll go side by side. Side by side. The nice thing about trading systems is that it's going to help us out, right? So think of, I like to say, think of, that's a horrible chart. Think of, like over here, hold on one second. Let's do this, USD SGD. Okay, think of over here, right? Can you guys see my chart? You guys can see my chart right over here? My cursor moving?
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, we got you, David.
Okay, so think of when you guys are trading without a trading system, all right, without a trading system, this is like a flip phone. All right, this is like a flip phone here, right? And then this is like an iPhone. All right, so understand when we trade without a trading system, all right, when you trade without a trading system, you're trading against, right, all those professional traders out there that are using trading systems. Okay, right, and you just have to figure out, right, where price is going to go. All right, so if you guys look at the price action on right here, all right, compared to right here, where would you have bought right here? So if you wanted to get into this trade, where would you have purchased? On this chart right here. This chart right here. Where would you have purchased? Anyone?
Around 138, $1.38.
138. Okay, so 138, 138. So
Yeah, 137, 138-ish between.
right here. Okay. And why here?
So between 137, 138, I see there the buying signal, or is that the one candle going up?
Right.
People are buying.
Right here.
That's my guess.
So right here, you would have bought
Yeah.
right here.
Well, if we can count all the way back in between in April, the price was pretty low around there. There's one in early March. So it was around 130. 5-ish.
So right, March right here. And April right here or right here?
Yeah, around there.
Right here?
Yeah.
You said right here? Right here?
Yeah, and around there too. Yeah.
And where else?
I guess around the same price in June,
Right here in June?
or just a tiny bit more. There was a higher buying signal, just a bit further to the right of June,
Of June?
between June and July. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right there. No. Oh, just a tiny bit more to the left
To the left?
of that.
Right
Yeah,
here?
right there. Yeah, right there. That's another spot, I think.
Okay. So you would have bought here, 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 and here, right?
Yeah, I hope it made some money.
Okay. Now, why would you have bought there?
Well, just looking at this graph, I can't really see as much detail as the other one on the right. Maybe on the one on the other showed like I don't know, it just seems like it's starting to go up at those points. They're bottoming after going down to they're kind of breaking resistance, seems like it. Well, I can't really know where the resistance or support is. But that graph shows, right, that I think, yeah, a bit more detail there.
All right. Hold me for a second. And everyone. So let's see here. Hold me for a second. All right. So Otto, all right.
Yeah.
So here we are, you're buying, you said you would have bought here. All right. Pretend that this doesn't here, right? So this isn't here. You don't know what the future is what's going to happen in the future, right? So you're going to buy right here, right? You're going to buy right here.
Yeah.
These things still, but just forget that this is here. Do you still think you should have bought here?
Sorry, David. It's kind of hard to hear you with your mic.
Yeah. Okay. So here, forget that this is here because we don't know, right? You don't know what the future price action is going to do, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know.
Okay. So forget that this is here, right? Forget that this is here and you've entered here, not knowing what the price action is going to do, right? Would you still purchase here?
No.
Right? No, why not?
Because I don't know if it's gonna keep going down. It might keep going down. So
It might keep going down, right? Absolutely. How about here? You said you would have bought here. And we just are going to assume that we don't know what's going to happen in the future, right? You would have bought here, right? And then you would have bought, I've moved this, but you would have bought right here. What's the problem with buying in those areas that you mentioned? What's the problem with doing that?
it's still kind of unpredictable. It's we don't know if it's gonna keep going up or down. Now that I think about it, I would say yeah, between 137 to 138. My guess that's where the point of resistance is. Looking at the past history too, with the high points.
Okay,
And so
here 137, between 137 and 138.
yeah, I would say once it goes above, around there, above there, that's when it breaks resistance, and then I would say that's a good time to buy. That's my guess.
Okay, buy where?
I would say so somewhere between August and September when it's 1.375 or
Right.
1.378. Well, so 1.38 around there.
Right in here.
Yeah, I would say around there.
Okay, so not here anymore.
Yeah, that's too close to the resistance. It's yeah, so I would say around 138 when it goes above it, and then that's more safe to buy. I would yeah.
Okay, and no longer here.
Yeah, no longer there. Yeah.
And no longer here.
Yeah, no, no longer there as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you would have bought here. Yeah, so forget about the buy entries here, you would have bought here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's mark it here. So you would have bought here. And then what would you do now?
I pray.
Yeah, right? We're praying. Okay, so this is why we use trading systems. Okay, thanks, Arthur. Thank you so much. Right? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, so this is why we use trading systems. So we're going to take this same trade here. All right, so this same trade here, and we're going to put it on a trading system. And the reason why we use trading systems is just like the same reason we use, we don't use a flip phone anymore, and we use iPhones now, right? Or whatever, Android, whatever phone you guys use. All right. So the first thing the system does is, rather than guessing, right? And Adil did a really good job. He did a good job, right? Trying to figure out where to buy, right?
It was a good sport.
Yeah. trying to, and that's what we do. And you know, he's not unique in that, right? That's what, when we come in as traders, and especially as new traders, we're trying to figure out, right, where to get in and where to get out. All right. The danger in that, all right, the danger in that is we are guessing, right? It's not systematic. All right, it's not systematic. So from a chart to chart, right, time frame to time frame, all right, symbol to symbol, we are constantly changing. We're constantly changing our entries and our exits, and depending on how we feel that way, right? You know, we wake up in a bad mood, right? We had a bad day, right? We didn't have our coffee that morning, right? That might determine where our entry or exit might be, right? And he's right. A lot of times we have to pray and hope. All right. So we don't want to do that. That's why, you know, trading systems work great. All right, because it's rule-based system. Okay, so Mary, all right, and who else was it? Mary, I forgot who else. But the reason why we use TradeStation is because we can build systematic systems, all right, that are rule-based, meaning that it's going to follow, the system will follow, all right, a rule-based pattern consistently, all right, whether we like it or not. Okay, so whether we like it or not, it's going to do that process, rule-based process, systematically every time. All right, and those of you who've been here before, what is that rule-based pattern that is going to do systematically every time? What's that built-in process that is going to do systematically, rule-based every single time?
It'll allow you to understand where support and resistance is and know where the buyers are and also the sellers, and you stick with that rule for your entries.
Very good, Gerald. Very good. All right. So we have support and resistance that are built in right here. These lines are support and resistance lines. So we don't have to draw in those lines. Okay. All right. We're going to buy where? Gerald mentioned it, right? We're going to buy when the price breaks resistance. Okay. So here, 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 and here is going to automatically tell us, right? This is why we use TradeStation. We don't use TradeStation because we like them as a broker, right? We don't care about that, all right? Their platform is a rule-based platform, so we can build, all right, trading systems, all right, which is going to tell us what to do on the platform. That's why we use TradeStation. That's the only reason we use TradeStation. Okay, otherwise we would not, and that's why you guys read the book Trend Following. That's why those traders use trading systems for years. All right, because it provides us, we are able to build systems, build algorithms that's going to tell us, hey, price is breaking resistance, we need to buy. You're going to give us a buy signal. So rather than guessing, all right, consistently, whether we like it or not, whether we wake up late, all right, whether we didn't have our coffee, doesn't matter, all right? But then most importantly, so Gerald, what else? It's going to tell us where to buy on a break of resistance and what else?
And also where to exit the trade at the break of support.
Very good. Okay, so where to sell, where to exit on a break of support. On the break of support here. All right, when the price breaks support, this line here, this line here, all right, this line here, this line here, all right, and now it hasn't broken support here. So rather than trying to figure out where to buy and where to get out, guess what? The system will tell us, hey, buy here, blue arrow, sell here, right, white arrow. All right. And we'll also draw in our support and resistance lines. Okay. What else? What else do you guys see here that it's doing for us? What else? So we've got our buy signals. We've got our sell signals. All right. We have our support and resistance lines. What else, you guys? What else? What else do you see here that the system is doing for us? What else? Anything? Look here. Look at this
Well, I
chart.
can say that it is color coding the actual movements, whether it's a markup or markdown or consolidation. The system gives us good indications by the color of the candles.
Very good.
Monster scalpel system does.
Yeah. Very good, Gerald. Very good. All right. So we know when buyers, guess what here? Buyers are in. We're in that markup phase. Green candles, right? Red candles, we're in the markdown phase. All right. White candles, we consolidated in here, consolidated in here. All right. Red candles, markdown phase, right? Red candles, same thing here. Green candles right here. All right. Green candles right here, markup phase. Look how different this looks compared to this. And I just want to just think of this as, hey, this is an iPhone here. I use iPhones. I don't use a flip phone. My dad is in his 80s. He finally went from a flip phone to an iPhone. All right. Here, look here. Very different. Look here. Very, very different. From here to here. Very different. Very different from here to here. So the goal is, guess what? What we want to do is move from here to here. All right, move from here to here. Now, will this guarantee success? No. No, you still have to understand what you're doing, right? But just like the flip phone and the iPhone, right? If you don't know how to use the iPhone, right? There are features in the iPhone, even there are features that I don't even use, right? But this is a better process, right? This is going to give you an advantage, right? These support and resistance here, and Arthur, you did a really good job, right? You did a really good job. But if we wanted to trade, right? Trade, like he was saying, right? We could do that, but guess what? This is what we would have to do, right? It's what we'd have to do. And we have to do this, right? We have to do this. There's no option. We would have to draw in our support and resistance line. Here. All right. So we can do it. Here is support. Here is support. Here is support. All right. And guess what? We would have bought. Let me show you guys. Our buy signal would have to come in. We could have bought here on a break of a buy signal right here. All right. There is support. Resistance. Right. We would have bought on a break of resistance here, and then we would have had to get out in here. All right, so we would bought here, got out here. All right, waited again, bought here. All right, bought here on the break of resistance here. Okay, and we could have held it here. All right, held it. It didn't break. Previous resistance is now support. Could have held it here. All right, perhaps. Boy, that's funky, right? Right? Or perhaps get out in here. But you see how I'm guessing, all right? All right. The better trade would be never broke support here, so probably get in here and then just stay in. But you notice how I'm having to guess, right? Compared to here, right? We don't have to guess. Compared to here, we don't have to guess. We just follow a systematic process. All right. Now, this systematic process here, what does it do? You guys notice anything? Let me see here. Let me find another USDC. Okay, that's a better example here. Very good example here. And we're getting close to the end here, but this is a good example here. All right, so here is the system. Here is the system here trading. And I think at some point, guys, I've been doing this. I've been developing trading systems for about 15 years. Started the company 12 years ago. All right, a little more than 15 years. Been trading for about 25. And I think there will be a time when traders, this is what they use, right? Professional traders, that's what most of them use now. And I think eventually that most, right, retail traders, we are retail traders. There'll come a point where that's what we do, right? There'll be a time, right, where that's when we trade, we use trading systems. All right, they're that powerful. All right, so here is our buy signal here, sell signal here, buy signal here, sell signal here on a break of support, buy signal here on a break of resistance, sell signal here on a break of support, buy signal here, and we're still in the trade here. What is the system doing? What is the system doing here? The new folks, I want the new traders to answer this. What is it doing here? We bought here, sold here, right? So we bought here on a break of resistance, sold on a break of support because sellers came in, red candle. Bought here on a break of resistance, buyers are coming in, sold here on a break of support, red candles. Bought here, buyers are coming in, broke resistance, okay? Sold here on a break of support, bought here again, and now we're still in. What's the system doing here? What is the system doing? It has to do something. There has to be an advantage to go through all of this work, right? To have TradeStation. You guys you mentioned earlier, right? Which platform, right? We're using the TradeStation platform. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? What is it doing here that's a benefit to us? Anyone?
It's consolidating.
It's doing what, Mary?
Consolidating.
No. It's not consolidating. What is the system? What benefit is the system giving us here? What is it doing that we need?
It's trading for you.
It's trading for us, yes, but what else?
It allows you to make more trades.
To make
without
more
guessing.
trades? Without guessing, yeah, very good. All that's great. All that's great. What is it provide? What we have traders that buy these systems. our traders buy these systems. And they use these systems and they rely on these systems.
Is it showing us what's happening, the behavior of traders, the sellers and buyers?
Yeah, that's all good. That's great.
Did you mention already that the system draws those support and resistance in already? I don't think I.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's all good. What is
It allows you to control risk.
Yeah. Was that auto?
It allows you to control more risk.
Okay. So yes, risk, right? But what it does is it cuts our losses quickly. It gets us out quickly. And it allows us to stay in the winning trades. Longer. You guys see that? Look here. We had a losing trade right here. This red dotted line, it's a losing trade. It didn't get us out down here. Here was the buy, here is where we bought, here is where we got out. So we took a small loss. It didn't get us out down here. This is why we use trading systems. Here, we had a buy signal here. It got us out here on a break of support. It didn't get us out all the way down here. So we had a small loss here. So let's say we lost 2% here. Let's say we lost 3% here. Here's the next buy signal. Did we take a small loss or did we take a gain? We got in here, we got out here. Was this a small loss or was this a profit of a trade? We got here, got out.
Profit of a trade.
Profit of a trade. Is this trade here from here to here? Is that a more profitable trade than this trade here? Than this trade here? This was a losing trade, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What percent, if this is 2% loss, so let's put here -2%, -3%, and you said this is a positive, right? This is a positive trade. So what percent do you guys think this is? Roughly, just guess, based on
8?
the length of the trade.
8%?
8%, so we're gonna put 8% here. And then here was the next trade right here, right? A profit of a trade so far, buy signal here, it's all the way up here. Now it hasn't closed, okay? But just let's assume it's right here for right now. It's right up here, okay? So right here, so here. Bought here, sold here. Bought here, sold here. Bought here, sold here. Bought here, and now it's currently here. What percent, if this is 8%, what percent is this? Roughly, just a good guess.
18%.
So 18%. So we lost 2% here, -2%, -3%, okay? +8%, +8%, +18% here. Are we making money or are we losing money?
Making money.
Yeah. This is why we do this. So I'm gonna ask you guys again, what is the system doing here? Why do we trade systems? What is it doing? What advantage is it giving us here?
Signals when to buy and when to cut our losses.
Bingo. When to cut our losses. This is what it's doing for us. It's forcing us to get out of the trade. Because as traders, this is what we do. We'll stay in, we'll get in here, and then we might get out somewhere down here if we're good. Or we'll get in here if we're lucky, right? If we do really well, let's say we bought here, then we might get out down here. So we take big losses. So we'll take an 8% loss here and an 18% loss here. And then we don't stay in our winning trades. We wish we would, right? But as soon as we see profits, guess what? We don't stay in all the way up here. We'll stay in about here. So we'll take about a 2% profit, right? 2% profit. And then here, same thing. We don't stay in for this. We have to force traders to stay in. All right. We have to send out texts and emails and everything to tell traders to stay in, not to get out of the trades. So traders don't stay in the big moves like this. We'll get out about right here. Once we get some profits, we look at our P&L and we're happy, we get out. So guess what? So we'll take a 2% profit here, 3% profit here. We'll take that 8% loss and that 18% loss, and it's the reverse. It's just what it is. I wish it was different, but it is what it is. Systems will force us. It forces us to take those small losses. It forces us to get out. It tells us here, get out, get out. Red candles, sellers are in, markdown phase, we should be out, right? Buy signal, green candles, we should be in, stay in, stay in, stay in, stay in. White candle, break of support, let's get out, let's take profits. We are taking small losses, awesome, good job, and we getting big wins, taking big wins, right? Guess what? We stay in that big win, no sell signal yet, and we hope it goes to the moon, right? And we don't get out. We need these big wins, big profitable trades to pay for our small losses, because we know we're going to have losses. We just need to keep those losing trades small. That's why we do this. That's why we use TradeStation. I don't care what platform you guys use. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can take, Mary, you get in your system, right? Gerald, you have your system, all right? It doesn't matter what platform you use. I don't care. I don't care, right? As long as you use a system, a process that's systematic, that forces us to get out of the trade, right? Get out, right? When the sellers come in, and we'll know that when the price breaks support, all right? And stay in for maximum profits, right? When the buyers come in on the break of resistance, all right? Miranda, do you have a question? I saw your hand up. Miranda, do you have a question? All right. Any other questions?
I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
So when we're using trade system, for example, is it by default that they have the lines for support and resistance, or do we have to kind of configure it to make it show?
No, it's like just like this. It's all built in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Very cool. Otherwise, you have to draw it in manually. All right.
Yeah, I'd just be guessing at that point.
Yeah. And why do you think we have it where it's built in automatically? Why is that? Why do you think we have it where it's built in? Everything here is for a purpose, right? When you trade, right, I remember when I first started, guys, and most traders will do this, right? You've got tons of stuff on your chart, right? You might have a MACD, right? MACD, stochastics, right? RSI, tons of Bollinger Bands, everything, right? Why do you guys think we have support and resistance lines built in to the system? Why? Anyone?
Well, ultimately, we want to be trend followers, and when we trade support and resistance, that helps us to maintain that trend following trades. The reason why we put it on the system is because it gives us the advantage. While we're looking at the price action, it gives us the advantage as to what the price is doing as it came to that resistance point in price. And if it did, we can look into getting into it. So that is a huge advantage by having that support and resistance automatically drawn in for us.
Mm-hmm. When we, years ago, we didn't have, you guys are so lucky now, right? Because years ago, we didn't have the support and resistance lines, right? We would just trade the signals, right? We didn't have the green lines, right? Tell us that these are buyers coming in, right? Or the red lines to tell us, hey, these are sellers coming in, right? So just having the signals, right? That's great. But being able to see that, hey, resistance is right here, and we got a buy signal right at that break of resistance, right? Or we've got a support line that's automatically drawn in for us right here, and we broke the price, broke support, and we got a sell signal, right? Same thing here, right? We have right at that resistance line right here, right at that support line. That's really cool, right? Look at this buy signal right here, right on that break of resistance line right here. Here's that resistance line right here. All right, so we don't have to guess, right? We know that the price is breaking resistance, and guess what? We have a buy signal right here. And I know you guys can see that, but that little triangle right here is the buy signal. So everything here, and that's what's cool about trading systems, right? Is going to, you guys, Arthur did a great job, right? He did a great job, but he was still guessing. Great job, but he was still guessing. When I went through it, I'm still trying to figure out, right? I'm still having to guess if I didn't have this, right? All right, I'm still having to guess. And when we trade, our focus, right? Our focus, when we call these rotations, like right here, right? I'm still guessing here. I'm still having to guess. And when we trade, we can't guess. When we trade, we can't guess. We got to execute. Boom, 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 boom. Get in, stay in, all right? And then get out. Systematic, boom, over and over. It gets boring. It gets really boring. Gerald, does it get boring?
Yeah, but in the trading world, boring is good.
Boring is good. Boring is good, right? So it forces us, all right? If we're trading for excitement, we're in the wrong business, right? Boring is good. This trade right here is a very boring trade. Now, this is a lot of pips, and I'm almost done. I'll be done. I'm done with this. We're going over a bit here. All right, but here, this trade right here is a very boring trade right here. All right, that's a very boring trade. Right, but that's a lot of pips, a lot of money here. That's a lot of pips, a lot of money hit. Very boring trade. Boring, right? Day after day after day after day, right? We're not in and out, right? We're not getting in every 5 minutes, getting out every 5 minutes, right? Boring, very boring, right? We're not in this for excitement, right? When we get into trading, we get in so that we could do this, we could have this, right? So cut our losses. We want small losses, big wins. Small losses, cut our losses quickly. Remember that. Get out quickly when the sellers come in. We'll know that when the price breaks support, right here, right? Get in when the buyers come in. We'll know that when the price breaks resistance right here. And at some point, right? At some point when the price breaks support, we'll get out. Never broke support here. Look here, never broke support here. We stayed in. Never broke support here. Guess what? We stayed in. No red candles. Guess what? We stay in. Right? Buy signal here. Held support. No red candles. We stay in. Held support right here. Right? No red candles. We stay in. And we wait and wait and wait until the price breaks support sometime in the future, gives us a red candle. We know that, hey, price is reversing, sellers are in, and then we get out. That's how we do it. And that's why we use trading systems. Just like this. Right? Awesome. Awesome. We normally don't go through this in the beginner's class, but I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did.
Yeah, good job. Really good class. Really good beginner's class.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Gerald. Yeah, yeah. And I don't know. We might start doing more of this in the beginner's class. You guys need to understand you guys are lucky. I didn't have this years ago. Most traders, and I've been doing this for a long time, we didn't have trading systems like this. And you would have to, in order to have a system like this, you would have to have a big mainframe. I'm talking years ago. You would have to have a lot of money, right? A lot of the trend followers that use these systems, they didn't have a room full of traders. They had their system, they had an IT person, right? Making sure that their system ran constantly, was up, no downtime, all right? You guys, because of technology, how things have progressed, you guys have a major advantage to use tools like this, okay? Because years ago, you just, and even today, finding there are robot systems out there that just trade for you, but finding a process like this, even today, is very, very hard. So be fortunate that you guys have access to this type of information and to these tools, all right? It's gonna make your job easier, save you a lot of time, okay? And I always talk about this when you guys, I think it was Gerald, we talked about this, right? Gerald had looked at different systems, and we were talking about what makes a great system, what makes a system, and this is for everyone, right? For you guys too. What makes a good system? All right, and this is what makes a good system. If it doesn't get you out quickly, all right, if it doesn't get you out of the trade quickly and take a small loss when we're wrong, and if it doesn't keep you in the trade for maximum profit when you're right, it's not a good system. A good system is when it gets you out of that trade quickly. When the sellers come in, break support, gets you out quickly, regardless of how you feel, it's gonna get you out, all right? And the reverse, right? When it does catch a trend, right? Stay in that trend for as long as possible for maximum profit. That's a good system, right, Gerald? Right, Gerald?
Absolutely, absolutely.
The other Gerald, we have two Geralds. The other Gerald, right? Right? So that's the key. That's the key, right? Get out quickly when we're wrong and stay in for maximum profit when we're right. Okay, that's what it does. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm done preaching this evening. Thanks so much for coming. All right, we'll have another class tomorrow. All right, but I'm glad we went over this for the beginners class. All right, I'm glad we went over this. We might do this some more. All right. We talk about markup phase, support and resistance and all of that, right? And we go through a lot of times in the beginners class, and I show you the diagrams and we go through some theory, but this is pure application that's putting all of that to work. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much, David. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.